let's talk about you for a second here, because you have a different origin story than most players in the NBA. Obviously, you were raised in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and obviously you are in touch with them. How is that entire country? How are they responding to coronavirus right now?
So in Africa, for example, in the Congo, like you have the population that's roughly a little over 80 million, but then over 70% of those people are really living on a daily check or are poor, so to speak. So now, how do you go and tell those people, hey man, you got to quarantine because there's COVID-19, you know? Obviously, the government have shut down businesses. People have been laid off. So for me, it was like I can't even get on the TV because like to motivate them to stay home. So why don't we just start focusing on maybe like providing medical equipment, refurbishing clinics, hospitals, so at least these people can have somewhere to go and get treated. Because I know for sure we have great doctors. They've done a tremendous job in the past in controlling Ebola
Sure.
and coming up with a vaccine for it. And I think eventually they will get there. It's a matter of time, but it's just that how can we get people through this without necessarily forcing them to stay home because they don't have the means to stay home.
Correct. Yeah.
Because now it's like the government will have to look into how do we provide food for this population, while we're already struggling with food. So that's kind of the struggle right now at home. I think we're gonna continue to do better, but this is where we really are right now. And the more everybody putting their effort together, I think we'll be able to find some kind of balance.
Sure.
But I mean, so far we have 200 cases, so it's not too bad yet.
No, that's low.
And everybody doing everything they can to control it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've went above and beyond. You kind of hinted to it there. Your charity, the Bismack Biyombo Foundation, which is run by your parents, which I thought was adorable, delivered over 10,000 masks and 780 hazmat suits to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 in the Congo. How important is it to you to keep your hometown in mind at times like these?
To be honest with you, it's not just my own town. The goal for us every year is just to go into different places, do as much as we can, reach out to as many people as we can, and save as many lives as we can.
And you are more knowledgeable about, I mean, at least than we are here in America about viruses, because you were told, I believe you did charity work during Ebola. A lot of people told you not to travel there, but you decided to go there anyway, correct? You've faced this directly before.
Yes. The reason why I did travel, number one, is that in time of crisis, the last thing you want to do is run away from big issues. With COVID-19, it's different. The whole world is dealing with it.
Yeah.
And, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to leave the country to go home. And for the sake of myself and my parents back home, it might not be a good idea to travel this summer.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I have traveled this past summer to the eastern part of the country. And actually, that's when we were making the donation of the medical pad. It was the first pad within the country, of the first mobile clinical surgical room that we were delivering in the country. And I had to be there.
It's incredible, yeah.
Thankfully, because we set that up, now more people, more kids are able to get treated.